How to prepare for a speech? How to prepare for a speech? Toastmasters Sailesh.
It was just a week back I decided to give a speech. And I would like to walk you through my experience while I was preparing for my speech. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I was breaking my head to see how I can come up with a speech. And I was spending all night Monday and Tuesday to see if I can come up with a speech that can impress my fellow Toastmasters. So I stopped thinking. All Monday and Tuesday got wasted. And then came Wednesday. I finished off my office task a little early. I used to work in the night, so which was so comfortable for me. I started thinking about the speeches which inspired and motivated me a lot during my Toastmaster job. The very first speech which came onto my mind was Vertical Growth by Toastmaster Jana. That was a great speech indeed. So I thought, why can't I do a similar kind of a speech, but with some major modifications? So instead of vertical growth, how about giving a speech on horizontal growth? But well, nobody wants to grow horizontally, isn't it? And Google kicked me out as well. There is no such thing called horizontal growth in a professional career. Toastmaster Jana got a little plank for a speech and started plucking the leaves one by one and was asking the audience if they were showing sympathy towards the plant. And I thought, why can't I bring a very big tree here and start cutting the branches and ask the audience if they were showing sympathy towards the tree, or if they were showing a sympathy towards me for not being able to prepare for a speech. But that was a big no-no, because no one can accommodate such a big tree here. And I started thinking, and the second speech which came onto my mind was, that happens to be my favorite speech as well, a speech by Toastmaster the man who made us all visualize the podium into his grandfather's cupboard, which was great. Then I started thinking to see what my grandfather did for me, what exactly he did for me, but I could not come up with anything. Then instantly I called my grandmother to check what is that my grandfather left for me. And she was thinking and thinking and thinking, and quickly she asked me a question, which really surprised me. Do you still remember your grandfather? I was really shocked to hear that. And in fact, she thanked me for reminding her about my grandfather. And then I kept thinking to see what best that I can do for my speech. And then the entire Wednesday gone, and then came Thursday. I thought, why can't we go into Google and start looking for a speech which someone has delivered already, and I can do just a copy paste. But most of the speeches were about their personal experience. So once again, big no there. I continued my research on YouTube still. And I started off with great speeches, Toastmaster speeches in YouTube. But I slowly got diverted to great speeches by superstar Rajinikanth. But that I cannot make it here. And followed by Mr. Bean comedies. Followed by great finishes by MS Dhoni. Followed by Captain Cool loses his cool in his IPL pavilion or dugout. Then instantly I realized that I was getting diverted from what I wanted to do in YouTube. So I immediately closed YouTube. But before even closing the YouTube, I did search to figure out how I can get rid of YouTube completely without wasting my time, instead of looking into what I wanted and then getting diverted to a separate section altogether. And I was thinking all day Thursday, and Thursday gone. And then came Friday. That was when I realized that I have a tool called Toastmaster, where I can get in and see if I can get some guidances there. So I got onto my Toastmaster account to see if I can get some guidances there. That was very interesting to know. That's when I realized that this is going to be my very first speech right after the icebreaker. And then I thought, why can't I share my experience with you all? But that all said, that's not going to be enough. But I want to know how to get prepared myself for a speech. So I went on to YouTube again on Friday to see what are the ways to get prepared for a speech. But interestingly, this time, I've learned something which I would like to share with you. Number one, speak what you know the most. Number two, tell it in a story way. Number three, start off with a question. Number 4, voice is just 38%, but body language is whooping 55%. And number 5, speech is all about how to say than what to say. And finally, number 6, speech is all about what you think and speak right there and making meaningful eye contact with the audience. So that was too late to learn because that was already Friday. I had to give my speech on Sunday. So I've decided to see, once again started thinking about to see what my grandfather had left mommy. But I still have it on my pocket, which I would like to show you to all at the end of my speech. And this speech is all about my evaluation and feedback. And I look forward to hearing your feedback. Speak priceless feedback which can help me to grow vertically and also give me the power which can make me visualize the audience into a podium, into my grandfather speak the book. And I would like to thank you all for the opportunity. But before I end my session, I want to quickly show you what my grandfather had there for me. No, definitely not this. Actually, it is nothing. But the fact is that he had constructed a very big temple 40 kilometers away from here, which has been helping our big family to accumulate together as often as possible. So I look forward to a feedback from my evaluator, Toastmaster Srikanth Krishnan. I'm sure that he can help me take out the fear of me like he did for himself. Thank you all for the opportunity.